Greetings of the day. So, this paper is an academic research titled Revisiting Gandhiji's Village Swaraj, a study of social, economic, and environmental aspects of the Delhi NCR. This is being presented by Ayla Azim, Himani Chahal, and Taha Masoodi. We are all pursuing Masters of Architecture in Urban Regeneration from Faculty of Architecture and Acoustics, Jamia Millia Islamia, New Delhi. The study is an attempt to understand the need of migrants, the push and pull factors involved in the process, and how can we regulate or facilitate this process. The need of the study was identified when the country witnessed a mass migration due to the recent pandemic. This can be seen as a resultant of the regional disparity of the Delhi NCR region. To understand the urban-rural dynamics of the region, 24 districts of Delhi NCR encompassing NCT and several other districts of Haryana, Uttar Pradesh and Rajasthan were analyzed on various social, economic and environmental parameters. The basic determinants that prove to be the vital forces for growth of any region and also acts as a catalyst for migration has been considered the centrality analysis, the urban growth index, and the land use and ecological indicators. The research also incorporates the idea of Village Swaraj by Mahatma Gandhi, who envisioned an independent India by stressing on villages being self sufficient and self contained. He had a vision of an ideal society that won't have any discriminations based on gender, caste, class, religion, etc. So, our first indicator was the Urban Centrality Index of Delhi NCR region. With the analysis based on three factors, that is, the population size of the area, the degree of infrastructure availability in the district, and the population served by these infrastructure facilities. On calculating the centrality values for different districts, the clear disparity of infrastructure distribution is visible. These disparities can be studied in two manners. Few districts like Gurgaon, Faridabad, Gautam Budh Nagar and Ghaziabad ranks in the top of total centrality value. But they have a disparity in the kind of infrastructure they are serving. For example, Gurgaon has the best of health infrastructure available in the district, but lacks in other crucial infrastructure such as recreational, educational, banking, and others. Similarly, Gautam Budh Nagar, which gains its highest centrality value from the educational infrastructure but is lacking badly in the health, recreational, banking, and other services. These districts perform well in the total centrality value, but this is still having a disparity within themselves and they still have a scope of migration for other kinds of infrastructure. The second kind of disparity is the total centrality value. We see that in the southeastern belt of Delhi NCT, their centrality value is very high with a good number of infrastructure services. But on the same hand, we have a southwestern belt that is lacking badly in some of the basic infrastructure services. It is also important to notice that our districts that are adjacent to Delhi NCT, such as Jhajjar, Bagpat, and districts adjacent to very well performing districts like Rewari, Mewat, and Palwal, are also lacking badly, and this is the kind of regional disparity that we are talking about.
And I have worked upon the urban growth index. So this urban growth index is showing the orders of the districts within NCR, which is based on the weightage values, calculating various indicators of physical, social, economical, and ecological parameters. So these indicators, it includes like literacy, household quality, concrete road length, vehicles per household, banking services per capita income, work participation ratio, GSDP, main workers, ecology, and migration. So these are the indicators which has been taken into account while calculating the weightage values across different districts within the NCR region. So based on this weightage value, the districts, it can be categorized into four groups, which shows the different range of development. The group 1 is showing the high growth trends, which includes the districts of Ghaziabad, Gurgaon, Faridabad and Gautam Budh Nagar. And they have the weightage values between 100 to 150. So These districts, they are showing the good healthy growth trends because these have the good connectivity with optimum transport infrastructures. They have highway corridors, they have high rate of literacy and work participation ratio. And these districts, they are also facilitated by the good banking and communication amenities, so they are showing the high growth trends. Now group 2, it shows the slow growth trends within these districts of Alwar, Sonipat, Jhajjar, Meerut, Rohtak, Palwal and Panipat. So these districts are in the outer region of CNCR, which is shown in the blue dots. They have the weightage values between 75 to 100, and these zones, they witness large scale urban development only along the highway corridors, with inadequate socio-economic development facilities, so which is the reason of this slow growth trends. And only the major urban centers in the district, they are showing the high level of municipalities and sphere of influence. And when we come to the group 3, which lies in a very poor range of development with weightage values below 65. So these includes the districts of Rewari, Karnal, Bhiwani, Zind, Bagpat, Mewat and Shamli. So reason for this poor growth trends is the higher percentage of rural regions within this district profile with inadequate infrastructure amenities. Therefore, the overall study shows that the proximity to a national capital region and the part of CNCR, which is the central part of the NCR, it has good connectivity, good banking and communication facilities, and high rate of literacy and work participation ratio, which contributing to the high growth. And while the other parts of CNCR which have the higher percentage of rural areas, inadequate social economic development facilities, inadequate housing facilities, is showing the stagnant growth or low growth trends.
The ecology of the region has been assessed on three fronts: the agricultural area, the forest cover, and the water bodies. And for the same, we took the reference from Bhuvan portal for analyzing the changes that have occurred between 2001 and 2015. We see that Alwar is rich in agricultural area among all the districts that fall in the national capital region, while when it comes to the per capita share, Bhiwani has the largest value even when its area under agricultural has been reduced in the past decade. Ghaziabad at the same time has the least value for this category. Faridabad and Gurgaon seem to have rapidly urbanized between 2001 and 2011, and hence we see that a lot of uh, area under agricultural has been lost, and this value is about 1300 square kilometer in each district. Coming to the forest cover, Alwar and Palwal districts lead the region, while Ghaziabad remains in the critical zone in this category as well. Jajjar, Sonipat, and Mahendragarh, they have a fair value for their citizens. Fair value of forest cover for their citizens. Also, Muzaffarnagar is the biggest stakeholder when it comes to the share of water bodies in the region and has added another 30 square kilometer to its account in the past decade. Ghaziabad has the lowest share for its citizens across all fronts that have been studied here. There is no visible increase in the trends of per capita share or percentage share in any sector, and hence it becomes an ecologically most critical districts of the entire national capital region. We conclude that the districts with high percentage of rural areas have inadequate socio-economic facilities, inadequate housing structure, which results in the slow growth trend in these districts. Many districts have major issues when it comes to even basic facilities. The outer periphery is majorly dominated by informal settlements created by temporary housing. We see examples like Muzaffarnagar, where the sphere of influence is high and at the same time have fairly good ecological character, unlike in the case of Gurugram or Faridabad. The residents on availing the better opportunities can contribute to generating alternative employment opportunities so as to be self-reliant and support their own needs. That has been the backbone of Gandhiji's vision for India. Gandhiji's principle for Gram Swaraj can be studied and utilized for regeneration of villages in present day context. Thank you.